should be streaming already. So we got a couple of things to talk about here today. Kind of a short podcast today. I mean, they're always short, right? They're like 10 minutes or less. But I like to keep it at a sweet spot. I think it's always great to just fill you in on the news. This is pretty much what this podcast is going to serve. And then I'll have other videos on my channel where we just pretty much talk more in depth about things. But let's get on with this first story right here. So as you can see from the screen, we have a couple of things we want to talk about. First and foremost, I already made a video for this, so you can definitely check out the longer version of my thoughts and opinions on this. Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire could possibly happen. So Sam Raimi recently was talking to Movie Pilot, and they were talking about what could be next. What is the possibility of seeing Tobey return as Spider-Man in an upcoming movie? And he basically said that with the multiverse and the MCU and everything, it's all possible now. We could definitely have a situation where we could see Tobey Maguire return as Spider-Man. The screenwriter for Spider-Man also talked about this during the 20th anniversary re-release, whatever they were doing, and he basically said that everybody was excited to see Tobey return in Spider-Man No Way Home, and the reception and everything that it got was just more than they could have asked for. And so when discussing what they could possibly see with Spider-Man 4, he said it would be pretty cool to see a 40-year-old Spider-Man. And I agree. I think that's something we haven't really seen. We've always caught Peter when he was in high school, coming out of high school, maybe early college, but we never see that Spider-Man we see a lot in the comics or anywhere else where he's more of an adult there. And I think that would be a good thing to see, is a Peter going through adulthood as well. And Tobey definitely would fit that bill. I mean, I'm not talking going Logan-esque all the way with Spider-Man, right? But that'd be cool as well. But a little bit more of a mature Spider-Man would definitely be something I would love to see. Sam Raimi at the helm and Tobey returning would just be the cherry on top. But I'll have a video up talking more about that as well. So definitely check that out and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So we also got Borderlands footage for the movie, and this was at Cinemacon. So of course I can't link you anywhere to watch this footage because it's not released, but I'm pretty sure we'll get a trailer for this. So pretty much we saw Kate Blanchett's Lilith, and they said it looked great. They say it was vibrant and just what you were expecting Borderlands to look like. We also got Kevin Hart as Roland and Jack Black's Claptrap. They also appeared in the footage, and we basically see Blanchett just shoot, and that's pretty much what we see there. So I think that this is going to be an interesting film. I think the games are really fun, and I think if they're able to follow the formula of how the games work and stuff, and just how good they are, this movie could definitely be great. And like I said before, and I've said it again, the video game movies, they're coming, because I think that Sonic really engaged something with all of them. I think the upcoming Mario movie as well, and video game movies definitely are going to be a big part of what we see in the future. I think video game television, well, same thing, right, are going to be interesting as well, with the Fallout series coming on the way, the Halo show out right now. I haven't really caught up with it, but some people are saying it's not that bad. So I think that there's a ton of stuff. God of War also, I think, is going to be interesting. So I'm excited for what the video game movie industry is going to look like in a couple of years. So let's move on to also the Doctor Strange 2 footage. I don't have it up here, but I do have Sam Raimi, who is the director. But we basically saw that Professor X is here, and it's actually the cartoon 97X, just from the chair alone and the suit. What we could see, it was basically like his arm, hand, whatever. Nothing too big, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see something in an upcoming TV spot as well. We do get a brief glimpse of Captain Carter, just her shield. She has a jetpack, and she's going off against Wanda. So I'm excited about that. We know that the What If was going to play a part into this movie, but now we know they're going all the way with the What Ifs. So that's exciting to hear, and very like less than a week to see this movie, and I'm definitely pumped and ready for it. Let me know what you think about it as well, and if you're going to be watching it opening weekend. I'm going to be watching it on Thursday, so I'm super pumped for that. And just be careful out there. Spoilers are going to start running rampant, as we know with any Marvel release. They don't have a they didn't do a premiere like a week earlier or anything like that. It's going to be on Wednesday, however, so you might want to be careful around that time. We also heard at the Cinemacon that we have The Nun 2 coming out, and I wasn't like a huge fan of The Nun, but I liked it, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. I thought that the style and everything, it was very gothic and all that, and the religious aspect of it was very interesting as well. So I'm excited to hear about A Nun 2, but I'm not too sure exactly how they're going to continue the story and if the Conjuring universe is going to continue. There was talks about the Crooked Man being a movie, but we don't know yet if that is indeed going to be a possibility. Nothing more has been discussed about it, so that leaves me to believe that they don't know either yet or aren't too sure. But this is going to be directed by Michael Chavez, who actually directed The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, as well as La Llorona. So I'm excited to see it. I love his style and everything. It is written by the person that wrote the Malignant script, and it is also produced by James Wan, of course. So we'll see how this one does and if it can pick up any steam for the Conjuring universe, which I'm not sure how that's going to go so far. So, last piece of news, we got some John Wick first look footage at Cinemacon, and it basically showed John Wick whipping some dudes with nunchucks, and that's pretty much there. That's that. We did get some John Wick news as well. We do know that the spin-off or series that's going to be happening, movie, whatever, is going to be taking place in a movie called The Ballerina, which Ana de Armas has already been cast as the lead for that. So, yeah, they basically got Ana de Armas and John Wick back together. I don't know if John Wick will appear in this, however, but yeah, they were pretty much in a movie called Knock Knock as well, so it's interesting to see them together again. So pretty much that's it. We did also get a synopsis for Disney's Haunted Mansion, which is going to have Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson, Chase Dillon, and Danny DeVito. So the cast sounds pretty good, and this is the synopsis as follows. In this mysterious adventure, a Dr. Dawson and her 9-year-old son, looking to start a new life, move into a strangely affordable mansion in New Orleans, only to discover that the place is much worse than they bargained for. Desperately for help, they contact a priest, who in turn enlists in aid of a widowed scientist turned failed paranormal expert, a French Quarter psychic, and a Croce historian who is played by DeVito. I probably butchered that wrong, right? But yeah, this sounds pretty promising. I'm excited. I think that the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion is a great film, and I'm excited to see a different take on this as well. The cast sounds pretty good as well, so definitely looking forward to all of this, but definitely some pretty good news Cinemacon gave us this week, right? So if you haven't checked out the other podcasts, definitely go check them out. I discussed all the other stuff. I put up me talking about the other footage that was released as well in separate videos here on my channel, but also on TikTok and on Twitter. I discussed it first, so definitely go to the links down there. It's all at Culture Elixir. That's the at handle, whatever you want to call it, that I use over there. I basically cover the things there first, and then I do the podcast and also put some videos up for longer format. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. This, as I said, is going to be shorter. Friday, we didn't get as much news. Usually big news comes beginning of the week. But I really appreciate you for listening wherever you're listening to, on Buzzsprout or on YouTube or wherever you're finding this. I'm pretty sure we're trying to get on some other platforms, but we'll definitely keep you updated on that. As always, as you do for me, if you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. We are on the road to 21,000 subscribers, less than 400 away, so super pumped for that. We're at 25,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway, so make sure you stay tuned for that by turning on the notification bell. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you all next time. Stay safe, stay positive.